Okay, I've been working on this little masterpiece. It's a personal masterpiece. I suppose it's all relative, who you are and how good you are at this stuff, but I've just been using Tinkercad rather seriously in the last a couple months, maybe a month. And, anyways, I've discovered some techniques that I've used over and over again, and I'm about to do it again. And I thought, you know, I don't know how many people are following me or will in the future, but this technique is just too powerful to keep to myself because I keep using it again and again. Here's the thing. I made this camera, this movie camera looking thing. I want to make it look like a reel to reel, and I'm going to 3D print it later. But I wanted to print these reels a different color. So my 3D printer's only got one head on it. So I have to do them in separate jobs. And so I've got them over here. I'm going to print them separately, but I've actually printed this a couple times now, and it just keeps getting better. And I'm just learning and getting into it. So here's the trick. I was going to glue it together, and then I ended up changing the lens. I did this tonight. And, once again, I duplicated and modified to make it. And I thought it turned out pretty good. So that's the trick, is duplicate, make holes out of what you duplicate, embed. And so I want to basically take a bite out of this reel so that when it prints, it's got a groove in it. And this red part is going to actually be attached to the whole thing, and I'll probably print it in black. And then while I'm at it, I used this piece, which I actually produced from a duplicate of this, what's brown over here right now, and sort of modified it and cut a hole out of itself. I don't know if that's making sense, but this groove right along this ridge right here, I used this as a hole, a duplicate of it, to make that groove, that ledge. And I'm going to print this a different color. Probably, like I said, I'll print the camera black, but I'll print this brown as a separate print and then snap it in place over this. So likewise, over here, I want to use this red piece to take a bite out of this reel, but I also want to keep this red piece and attach it to the rest of the camera. So as I'm thinking about how to do this, it's that same trick that I've been using over and over. I'm going to hit Control D, and then I think I'll just lift it up so it's out of the way, because I want to later drop it down. That's going to be my solid piece. But for now, I want to turn this red piece that's down here into a hole and join it together with this reel so it takes a bite out of it. Now, I don't know if that just grabbed the camera and everything. I don't want it to do that, so I'm going to lift this out of the way just a little more. And I want to make sure that when I grab this, there we go. I think it was about to group the whole thing, which I'm not ready to do quite yet. So anyways, I'm going to group this, and it's going to take a bite out of it. And that's perfect. So now I'm going to drop this red one by hitting D back into place. And then I will take this and move it out of the way and print it separately. So essentially, there's the trick. I duplicated, moved the solid copy out of the way, made a hole out of that, and then just replaced it. So, and I'm going to use it again and again to great advantage, great effect, I would say. All right, so I'm going to stop there, and I'll probably keep adding to this, but using the same technique, in different ways.